Nice!
Hey, we are back. But if you notice, we are not in the studio anymore. And go ahead. Yes, we are in Sierra's apartment. That we are faced with. Yeah. It's not saying our equipment is crap, but we got good equipment. No, I didn't say your I didn't say your laptop is crap. But yes, I appreciate your laptop. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering, how did we get into this situation? They kicked us to the curb. For those of you who know that reference. And just for a simple mistake. But according to them, we should have been gone 6 months ago. Well, now it's probably going to be 7. But during that period, COVID was running rampant, and Alice was in charge, and she was the one that sent us. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not to say we can't have any more. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. The ninth, the seventh, gate of hell. Yeah, it was 3 weeks. Yeah, 2 of those 3 weeks we were suspended. We thought Yeah, we thought we were going back in to discuss our, contract, but we didn't get that pink slip. It was just like, okay, you guys are using this, using the studio as a crutch. They're no longer there, but yes. Um, I I just think they looked at us like, they're getting rid of us. So, because remember what we were told, they wanted to get rid. Uh, yeah, we were in the way. No, it is. Yes, twice. Yep, that was a fun, but it was an interview nonetheless. Yeah, yeah, that's not surprising. He's done a lot of action movies. Power Rangers. Can you say Power Rangers? He was the frog. I'm a frog. Yep. I'm trying to, but with my foot the way it is, I can't work right now. We may have to go on the. We may have to go to the airline line that you don't like. it's understandable because you might have had extra stuff in there on the way home that made it a little bit heavier, like the sweatshirt you got me. Oh, the Walmart in my town, they don't have any anime characters. They have Marvel and then they have other stuff. And I'm like, they also have, they're nearby there, there's a comic book store. And then there's also a GameStop nearby. So I'm like, if I ever get a nice size paycheck again, I'll start buying some more Funko Pops. But no, yep. Oh, I forgot to bring that for you. Yeah, I did. Don't forget my wig. Not to mention all the accessories that go with it. Because there's one costume that I'm getting that the dress itself costs $200. Um, the boots cost $250. And then the guns that go with the costume, $250. I already got the wig for the that one that I just got done talking about. Um, Kurumi, the crazy one, which I am not going to do that. Oh yeah. I don't so. But and I'm not going to ask anybody to go overboard on the cosplay. Oh yeah. Eh. Oh no, it shouldn't be. Oh yeah. And I'm going to gender bend Josuke, not Josuke, Jotaro Kujo. All I have to do is buy a wig, and no, no, you gotta buy a hat like that. Like that? No, that's yeah. You gotta go out. You have to actually buy a hat that's made like Jotaro Kujo's, hat. Yeah, pretty much. Because it's got to have the things on the top. And anyway, that's what's been happening with us, and we're sorry for focusing mainly on us, but now it's all about you guys. Hmm. Hmm. You can use your phone for that. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead with the Masked Singer. Usually we would have backgrounds for that, but we don't have a green screen. We don't have a green screen right now. I left that at home. Yes, I bought green fabric for that. We just don't have anything to hold it up with. Anyway, this is going to be 3 weeks worth of The Masked Singer. I wouldn't do 3 weeks of manga. Next week, yeah, next week. That way we stay on track. And all right, so this was 3 weeks ago was the Group B playoffs. Cloudy with a Chance of Clues with guest analyst Joel McHale. He is something. The Serpent was first. He sang "The Bones" by Maren Morris, and then next was Crocodile. He sang very. That was very good. Toxic. It started off slow, and then it went to the normal speed. Toxic, by the way, is by Britney Spears. And then next was Baby Alien. He sang It's Time by Imagine Dragons. And then next was Whatchamacallit. And he did Moneymaker by Ludacris featuring Pharrell Williams. I'm sorry, Pharrell Williams. And then last was The Seahorse. She did an excellent rendition of My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. Oh, yeah. She's got some chops on her. She can sing. Oh, mushroom. And then that night, baby alien went home, and it was Mark Sanchez. No, football player. He's Football Hall of Fame. And next is Group C. It's not last night's. It's last week's. Um, let's see. It was the Group C premiere. Masked, but not least. First was the Squiggly Monster. He sang "Have You Ever Seen the Rain" by CCR. It's Creedence Clearwater Revival. If you don't know what CCR is. Next is the Mushroom. This Woman's Work by Maxwell. Next up was Jellyfish, and she sang "Big Girls Don't Cry" by Fergie. Um, Broccoli, he seems like he's kind of old. Well, Bill Murray's old. Yeah, remember, he's kind of old. He's old. Um, the song he sang that night was "House is Rockin' and a Whole Lot of Shaking Going On" by Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jerry Lee Lewis. And no, I'm not going to say that again because that was a mouthful. And last was Lips, and she sang "Native New Yorker" by Odyssey. Needless to say, Lips went home. Because, I mean, she started talking, yeah, right, which gave her away. It was Wendy Williams. Oh, gosh. And then finally, last night, it's Group C again. And let's see, first up was Mushroom. He sang "If I Could Turn Back Time" by Cher. I have no idea. Could be, but maybe not. And Broccoli, he kind of reminds me of William Shatner because William Shatner, one of the only song he ever put out, only album he put out, he more or less kind of like spoke, and he always went like this. Remember when he did "Hello" last night? He was like, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?" I was like, it could be a lot of people. Yes. By the way, "Hello" was by Lionel Richie. And then came Squiggly Monster with "I Can't Get No Satisfaction" by the Rolling Stones. next, well, finally, ah, finally, I'm not used to wearing these kind of headsets. I'm really not. Finally was Jellyfish with Crazy by Patsy Cline. That's old song. My parents used to listen to that. And the one that was voted off was the Squiggly Monster. And with the clues they had last night, I was like, oh yeah. Because they were going back over, and I was like, that kind of looks like America's Funniest Home Videos. And who was the standard for America's Funniest Home Videos for every host that came after him? There you go. And that's the one. That's and then all the little clips of people. Yep, I don't watch it anymore. My brother watches it religiously, but I don't watch it anymore. Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah, because Alfonso. By the way, I don't think that mic is working. Mine is. So nobody's been hearing you. Oh, did you plug it in there? Wait a minute. This is my mic. The one that's moving, that is my mic right here. Sorry, y'all. My mic must be one. Is it muted? No, I mean on there. Oh well. Uh, Pretty much. Yes.
this is next week on Monday. So we have a couple of releases for the UK, mainly DVDs and Blu-rays. Artifune from Commonplace to World's Strongest Season 1 Limited Edition Combo.
That's actually a good show.
It is. I still have to finish the last episode though. Still haven't gotten around to it yet. Birthday Wonderland Collector's Edition Combo. Well, it says B, but it's combo. Someone does not know how to proofread. Dragon Ball Z Season 1. Kemimono Michi Rise Up Complete Series Blue DVD. Moribito Guardian of the Spirit Collection Blu-ray. And Tokyo Marble Chocolate Combo. Tokyo Marble Chocolate. That's funny.
Okay.
That is funny. But that is all the releases for Monday for next week. Then we have the 10th, which has a crap ton of releases as always. And this is all manga, so listen up. A Certain Magical Accelerator Volume 11. A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow Volume 5. Well, that fish is gonna die from hypothermia.
Pretty much.
Okay. Breasts are my favorite things in the world.
Uh,
Volume 2.
okay. And that's volume 2, y'all.
That is, like I said, manga has the weirdest titles, and eventually some of these titles transfer to anime.
Yes, they do.
Okay, Bakino Stray Dogs, Volume 16. By the Grace of the Gods, 1 and then Volume 1. Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card 8. Fly Me to the Moon, Volume 2. Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Edition, Volume 11. Go with the Clouds, North by Northwest, Volume 4. Grand Blue Fantasy, 7. Higatori Jimi, My Hero, 8. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon on the side? Sword or a
I
Tori?
actually watched that show.
I watched that a while back. It was actually really good.
It
Did
was a
you?
shame it was over when they defeated the floor boss.
I know.
I was like, what's going to happen next? Nothing.
They still have to dub the rest of the seasons. They just haven't gotten around to it yet, or they haven't.
Well, here's a notice. Get on it.
Yes, do get on that. Okay. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon on the side? Sword Oratory, Volume 13. Knight of the Ice, 4. Marcello. Yes, Marcello, 16. Volume 16. My Broken Mariko. Overlord. The Undead King. Oh! Volume 5. Rainbow and Black, Volume 1. Requip of the Rose King, Volume 13. Reen, Volume 36. Hold on. Saint Young Man, Anubis 4, Volumes 7 and 8. Sayuki, the original series, Reincarnated, Volume 3. Sword Art Online, Alternative Gun Gale Online 7, Volume 7. Teasing Master, Takagi-san, Volume 10. The Eminence in Shadow, Volume 2. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elena, Volume 3. And that is all your manga releases for next week.
And now you can take a deep breath. And on that note, I'm going to take a drink because that was a lot for me.
Like you drinking all that for the fasting.
Ah, mm, oh my.
What?
Ah, okay. Alright, so this is going to be your Toonami schedule for Saturday, November the 7th. It starts at 9 o'clock with Bob's Burgers. And then 9:30, they're on for an hour. It's American Dad. And then 10:30 is Primal. Uh, 11 o'clock, they're on for an hour. It's Family Guy. And then at midnight, we have Dragon Ball Super.
Get rid of Dragon Ball Super, for heaven's sake! We're tired of it!
And then at 12:30 is Sword Art Online Alicization War of the Underworld. This is probably going to be part 1. They're going to have to rehash part 1 in order for people to understand where they're at in part 2. Yeah, it's been a few months. And then at 1 a.m. is Fire Force. Uh, and then at 1:30 is Assassination Classroom. Eric Vale is like, I don't know. It's hard to describe him. Um, Let me think here. Yes. Very colorful. Oh, I want to say more colorful than that. He's a different kind of colorful. Anybody who can come up with different meanings for breasts in a show. If you've ever watched Desert Punk, every time he says something about breasts, it's a different word, different adjective, different description. How not to summon a demon lord.
I've seen that one.
That was Eric Vale.
Wait, who did he play? Did he play the tall guy? Or the tall guy that, like
The demon lord.
Oh, he's the demon lord! And then I know he's also in this show. I forgot what it was. He plays like the traveling, drunk guy. I just can't remember.
That does not surprise me in the least.
Well, he played America in Canada, so.
He was also in D Gray Man. I'm watching that right now.
I'm still watching Fruits Basket, which also Eric Vale is in. He plays Soma. Eric Vale, pretty much all the voice actors that we want to interview have been in a lot of shows.
And they're busy.
Very, very busy.
Okay, so where am I at? 1:30 is Assassination Classroom, and 2 a.m. They're on for a half hour. It's Jim Macedo.
No.
At 2:30, I don't even know why they put that at 2.
Why they put Naruto Shippuden at 2:30? Naruto Shippuden's over with. Where's Boruto?
And then at 3 a.m., she's going through the schedule with me, is Demon Slayer. By the way, that should be on Adult Swim to watch. You finally downloaded it onto your Roku.
What, Adult Swim?
Yeah.
They have a section on it on Hulu.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
On Hulu, they have a section for Adult Swim.
I did not know that.
Well,
At 3 a.m. They're on for looks like hour and a half.
More primal.
Yep, Primal. Yay. And then at 4:30 it's Bob's Burgers, and then you get an hour of Joe Para talks with you.
No one wants to talk to Joe. Again, do not.
I don't know what he's going to talk with you about.
Oh wait, yeah, it does. Let's see. So,
It doesn't show it on my phone.
oh, mine it does. Let's see. For Joe Para, it shows Joe Para helps you write. Joe Para shows you how to do good fashion. And then the last one is Joe Para shows you how to pack a lunch. And then let's see.
I already know how to pack a lunch. You put an ice pack down in the bottom, and then you put it, if you're going to work, depending on where you work at, because I used to work at a place where you got two breaks and a lunch. So I would put 3 cans of Dr. Pepper down on the bottom so they would stay cold. And then I would put um, a sandwich on top of that, plus 2 bags of chips, and then I would put another ice pack on top of that, and then I would put my, you know, dessert on top of that. So that way everything stays cold. Yeah.
Chips usually aren't supposed to be cold. They're supposed to be what? Dry? Not cold? I don't.
Oh, the ice pack is not that big.
Oh, okay. It's one of those smaller ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah. So Shion versus Torrent. Oh, that's for Naruto. She put in. Assassination Class between R and L time. L
Oh,
and R time.
oh what?
That's for Assassination Classroom. That's the title of it. L and R time. So
L and R time. Have I forgot what episode that is.
I have to go back and watch Assassination Classroom now just to cry.
uh,
And then Fire Force, a fire soldier's fight. Ooh, this must be, elite.
we need to have JoJo's Bizarre Adventures back.
Bring back JoJo, or put on Yashahime Princess Happy. Huh?
Or both.
Ooh, I like both. Both is good.
Next JoJo Bizarre Adventures is, I think, Stone Ocean.
Yeah, isn't this set around Jotaro's daughter?
Jocelyn.
Yeah, Jocelyn Joestar. And finally, we would have a female lead in the Joestar lineup, because majority of the Joestars that have been involved in
All
cosplays
of
have
them.
all been dudes.
All of them have
Finally,
been.
a female.
And so far, she's the only one.
The only leading female Joestar. Because all of the Joestar's wives, they weren't fighters.
No, wives or daughters. Yeah, all the fighters have been all males. No,
You got Jonathan.
except for Anyaba. Anyaba was a female.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, and Joseph's mother. Jonathan. Joseph's mother was a fighter.
Yeah, Lisa.
Lisa. Yeah. So, but she was a side character, not, part of the main line that the story followed, though. So,
Actually, she kind of was. She was kind of there for you know.
Till she gave up Joseph for adoption. What? No, no, no. She didn't give him up for adoption. Turns out the dad died. Yeah, the dad. I think the dad got killed. Joseph's dad got killed. Then she went into hiding.
Yeah,
Yeah, she went into hiding, and then Joseph got raised by.
because they knew who she
Yeah.
was. So she changed her name, went into hiding, and so on and so forth. Y'all know the story. Y'all watched it, I hope.
If you didn't, then that was your
You
spoiler.
need to go watch it.
Yeah, you need to go watch it, and also that was your spoiler.
Oh, wrong way.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
No, I didn't warn nobody. I'm just telling people y'all need to watch it. Alright, so that was last week. Oh, I watched that show.
Watch what show?
Cautious hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious.
Oh, that
Yep, I watched it.
one.
I,
Like,
okay, so you can get this two ways. You can get the limited edition or a standard edition, and the the title was Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. Limited edition. It's a combo set,
Blu-ray and DVD.
and the other one is just a Blu-ray. And then you have Hayate, the combat butler, and that's an ultimate collection. Made in Heaven. Ooh.
Oh. Like, what? Oh,
Oh, and it's not MADE, it's MAID.
Maybe. Oh, okay. Sounds like the other name. You know how you have one word that sounds
But
like
it
the other
is,
one?
it is, it is, it is.
Okay. Not for children.
Miss Caretaker of Sunahara. So,
I've seen that series.
I haven't, never heard of it. Sorry.
Hey, you shouldn't be sorry if you haven't heard of a series. There's plenty of series I've never heard of, and you probably watched.
Well, yeah, you never heard of Sorcerer Hunters.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I have it at home.
So I've seen that one that you just said, the caretaker of Sunahara House. So basically, it's about a boy that looks very girlish and wants to prove that he's a man. But yet, when he goes to school, he's literally at a caretaker's house that's literally for all girls.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Um, My Hero Academia Season 3 Complete Collection.
Now, if we can just get. Let's see, we're supposed to be moving on to season 4 now?
Uh, no, 5.
No, 5. Yeah, 5. Bring on season 5.
They're probably slowly dubbing it.
That's what they're probably still dubbing One Piece too, with the 5 million episodes they still have to dub.
And by the way, for those of you who are not subscribed and are watching this, please don't
Yeah.
don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell. And share it with your friends. Because, like they say, sharing is caring.
Except for the unsubscribed members.
Yeah,
Share that.
nobody wants that. And then next up we have One Piece Season 10 Part 3 DVD box set. Uncut.
Ooh, you better hear all the swear words.
Yeah, probably some other bits in there. And then we have One Punch Man Season 2. You can either get Blu-ray, and this is episodes 13 through 24. Yeah, they still haven't finished that. You can either get it on Blu-ray or you can get it on limited edition uh, combo set. And that's it. That's all your releases this week. That's it. Go. All right. So what you got? Just one we have for today. No, no, no. What did you do? Reboot your phone? My phone never told me they wanted me dead. I've had phones tell me, no, you cannot look at this anymore, and it just shuts down. And it won't restart. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Who? Uh, Clint Bickham. Then we have Monica Rial and Sam Vincent. Happy birthday. Don't party too hard. You sure she can afford it? I'm sorry. No, that's mean. That was mean. That was mean. Sorry. Wait a minute. You on October, my dear. There's no birthdays on the 5th today. I was like, wait, and then you said Jamie Markey. I was like, wait a minute. The only reason why I remember Sam Riegel is because you asked me about him. I was like, we already went over that. Okay. I'm getting closer so people can hear you. So you need to get a headset that has a microphone in it. We don't need to read the rest of them.
What?
Don't need to read the rest of them.
Okay. Well, those were for just the earlier week of November. Josh Grell and Chris Kaysen. Happy belated birthday to you guys. And yeah, that's it. So that's all I got, really. I have nothing else.
All right, so we have a battle going on.
Mm-hmm.
It was the homunculi going against each other.
The homunculi from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood taking on the Seven Deadly Sins from the Netflix series The Seven Deadly Sins.
So we're going to go ahead without it. Hopefully, you'll keep track of it
I will. I gotta
so I can, when I get my whiteboard.
So I'm just gonna read what the last the last results that I put up. I did not put up any of the other polls because I was so busy outside of all of this. Um, but here's what the poll has consisted of so far right now. So from when we interviewed John Swayze, who's an awesome human being. So um, it was between the homunculi taking on the seven deadly sins. We do it. Each side is facing their own their own character from the series. We had lust versus greed. We're talking about Todd Habercorn slash Troy Baker greed. they
Yeah,
they both voice the same character but different variations of Lane, who is now
I
greed.
would have to say Chris Patton's greed is much more. Ew.
Like ripe. When you think about it, like gritty greed.
I think he's more. He was more of the fighter
Fighter
greed
greed,
than Troy Baker's.
yeah. But we like to call him.
But Troy Baker, you're just so great.
We love you.
We love you.
Yeah, we love Troy. We love Todd. We love Chris Patton. You said.
Yes, Chris Patton.
Yeah.
Chris Patton is a great voice actor. He was also in The Gray Man.
Oh,
I was like, I was listening to. He played Devin.
Devin. Was it?
He was in 2 episodes.
Then he got killed off, didn't he? I
Yes.
knew it. Didn't get
anyway,
killed or anything.
no, his character had a name, and it was Devin.
Okay. Was it
It
Harvey?
wasn't Soldier A. I was listening to it. I was like, I recognize that voice. I was listening to it, and I'm like, no, that's not him.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at the ending credits, and I was like, holy crap, that was Chris Patton? Dang!
Yeah. So we,
The man's got some acting chops.
all of the voice actors have acting chops.
Chris Patton. Oh,
Didn't Travis Wallingham play one of the what was it? One of the not I wouldn't say the Arrancar, one of the Espada or something from Bleach. The one
he
that was
played 3 of them.
he played three of them.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch research later. Because I don't think they showed them in
He
like.
played Charlotte Coolhorn.
Mm-hmm.
He played that guy with the blonde hair.
Mm-hmm. The one that had buck teeth.
No.
Okay.
That's the Well, that's one of the Vizards.
Okay.
And he played another one. And I can't remember which one it was. It wasn't the big guy.
Okay.
Pretty sure it wasn't.
I'll watch it. I'll watch Bleach again, and then I'll let you know.
All you have to do is just. I have it on my DVR at home. I'm like, just. Okay, there we are.
Okay, so back to what we were saying. The battle royale that we were doing was the homunculi from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood from versus the Seven Deadly Sins, and we do each side like facing off with their characters
In
from the
other words,
series.
we're doing the Full Metal Homunculi facing off against each other.
Yeah, and
And then the seven deadly sins eliminating each other.
Yeah. Normally we would match it, but then it'd just be too complicated. So we just decided to go with each side facing each of their characters from the same series. So it's easier on us. So with the poll that I put up, wow, it was up 27 days ago. It's old.
It's old.
It's old. It had 37 likes, so a lot of people actually like this one. There were 31 votes cast, and there was one comment on this. And
Ooh,
it's
we like comments.
and it's just some glasses. And they said, ooh, 50-50. I like it. That's what they wrote.
Ooh, 50-50. I like it.
I think maybe at one point it was 50-50, and um, then it kind of went to a new direction. So Lust had 25.8, while Greed had 74.2.
Ooh, Greed won out.
Yeah,
Way
Greed
to
won
go,
out.
Greed.
Woo! Then our next match was between Sloth, the big bulky Sloth, not the one from the 2003 Full Metal. We're talking about the big bulky guy that would just dig tunnels and just literally would just be so slow.
Until he had to fight.
Yeah. Taking on Wendy Powell's, probably one of her most recognizable characters, Envy.
She played so many characters in Degree Man.
I didn't know that she played Miss Mole in One Piece until I saw the end credits after that episode and be like, wait, that was Wendy Powell? What?
I'm watching Degree Man. I could just pick her out every time. I was like, oh, Wendy Powell's on the screen.
Yeah, see, I think with us watching, or even interviewing some of these voice actors, now we can just pick them out and go like, oh, that's Guy. Oh,
some
that's
of them,
Travis Willingham.
some of them are harder than others.
Yeah, until you look at the end credits and go like,
Like
what?
like Chris Patton was,
Yeah.
because he's not in a lot of anime anymore. Because when he was working with ADV, he got strictly cast for like playing, teenage boys.
Because probably he was in that, his voice was probably in that range of teenage guys.
Uh huh.
Makes sense.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay, so 9 people liked it, 29 votes were cast, no comments. Surprise. Surprising. Let's see. Sloth 20.7, while Envy with a landsliding 79.3.
yeah,
Okay,
MB.
so now we got our first matchup. We got Greed taking on Envy.
Oh,
I like that matchup. So here in this one, this is literally a father taking on his son. But the thing is, neither of them know that they were both homunculi. Like, at all. So we have Raph, King Bradley. Yes. King Bradley taking on Pride, his own son. There were 13 people liked it, 35
King
people
Bradley
liked it.
knew that his son was a homunculus.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to rewatch Brotherhood again because I must have missed the part where he knew about it. Okay, so there were two comments on it. Ultra Lover 679 says, "Wasn't Pride like the strongest one?" LOL. No, no. I'm pretty sure that Raph was
He
probably
was the most ruthless one.
yeah, he was the most ruthless. And then
The most ruthless ones, fighters are always. It's always a matter of pride with them.
uh-huh.
So that's the reason why he was the most ruthless one out of all of them.
And then thy highs are my demise. That's a funny name. Wrote Pride easily, so pretty much they were rooting for Pride. And the numbers do not lie. King Bradley, 31.4. Pride, 68.6.
Well, you got to think about it. King Bradley is essentially, at his core, a human being. Yes.
But yeah, so understandable. He was only part Hokage, not fully, or was he?
Um, at his core, he was homunculus. He was born a human, but became a homunculus through the Philosopher's Stone that was dropped into his bloodstream.
Okay. So then, for some reason, this one wouldn't load the first time, but I got it to work again. So we have Gluttony taking on Father, the man that created every single homunculus.
Who was a homunculus himself?
Wasn't he? Well, no, wasn't he the dwarf in the flask?
Yes.
Oh, wow, wow. Okay, so 5 people liked it, 18 votes were cast, no comments. Wow, this was a pretty much straightforward shot. Gluttony 11.1, Father 88.9. So we have our homunculus semi-finalists. So we have Greed taking on Envy and Pride taking on Father. Ooh, I have no picks already. I really do like those matches for the
I already know who's going to end up in the final.
Father. It's Envy. Okay, then next we move on to the seven deadly sins side of
This
the
one I don't know anything about, so do you want my mic?
yeah, sure. Okay. So for the seven deadly sins side of the card, we basically matched all the sins, including Hawk the Pig, in this battle. Because why not add the pig? So the first match was between Merlin and Bon. So 13 people liked it, 51 votes were cast, and we had 4 comments on this one.
Wow.
So yeah, there were 4. Law, who is definitely a regular on here, he wrote um, Estos Bond stops. So he was pulling for Bond. Then this was a bit of a conversation between Law and Anime Fan. Said not sure because Merlin can suspend Bond's time, but Law also pointed out with Merlin's spell, saying the time spell ironically needs time to be cast, so Bond could potentially beat her before she uses it, at least if it's in the manga. So they're saying Bond in the manga would beat Merlin, but in the anime, Merlin would beat Bond. This is what a post Ziggle wrote, saying in manga, Bond stomps. Anime, Merlin stops. so, so it's kind of a weird divide between those two.
Depends on your perspective.
Yes, yes, it does. But the numbers do not lie in all of our polls. So Merlin, 29.4. Bon, the unkillable, 70.6. So Bon will be moving on to the quarter, the other matchup. So now, next is between the captain of the Seven Deadly Sins and basically part demon.
I didn't know they had a captain.
Yeah, Meliodas, the short blonde kid who's literally 400 years old. Yeah, he's 400 years old and still looks like he's at least 13.
Oh, he acts like it too.
No, no, or at least I don't think so. I'm not certain. He's taking on Gother the doll, and he actually is a doll, and that's pretty crazy. So 11 people liked it, 52 votes were cast, and we have 5 comments. I was about to say that was 11 likes. Let's see. So, let's see. Okay, Alex was trying to be funny and saying, but suddenly Dio over over heaven appears. Now that I laughed at. That was funny. But suddenly Dio overhears and appears.
Are we talking about Dio from
Yes,
JoJo?
Dio from JoJo. Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures makes an appearance in the Seven Deadly Sins anime. A JoJo and Seven Deadly Sins crossover. Wishful thinking, Alex, but again, we never know. It might happen, it might not. La again is back and said Gother is maybe the weakest. Then Millie Evans says, in your dreams, I guess.
Did you say Melly Evans?
Miller Evans.
Oh, okay.
I probably said it too fast. And then basically it was another conversation between Law and Miller Evans. Law replied saying, only other Sen could be weaker than Gother is Deanne. Ooh. So he's saying the giant's weak? How can a giant be weak? They're literally taller than a freaking building. Or about the same height. And literally can squash you with one
Every
foot.
giant has a weakness.
Is it under their toes? Or somewhere?
Well, what happens if you step on something sharp?
Oh, yeah, you get jabbed in the foot.
Say?
Okay. Okay, you got me there. Then some person. Yes, that is their name.
Some person.
Yes, some person. Also mentioned, even with Gother's tricks, Meliodas still has more power and could maybe recognize it. He has been fooled. If he was being fooled. That is true. Meliodas has a very sharp mindset. So Gother 11.5, Meliodas with a whopping 88.5. So the captain will be taking on Bond. So we got a rematch between these two. Even though there was already a rematch that was in the series, but now we're going to see it again. Then next battle is between Deanne the Giant taking on Escanor. The man that is literally powered by the sun, but once the sun goes down, he turns into a weak little bartender man. And I have seen that, and it's funny. Turns out, our good buddy Kyle Abear voices Escanor. So I bet Kyle will be happy to hear these results. I bet he would. Okay, so 10 people liked it, 42 votes were cast, and again, 5 more comments. So Law had another conversation with a fellow person that was participating in the poll. Law first starts out, Deanne is arguably one of the weaker Sens. She's the weakest Sen, unfortunately. It's her, Gother. Then, Turtles loves anime. Yes, turtles do like anime. Because they're in them. Replied to Law saying, Gother is one of the stronger characters in the universe due to his mind manipulation alone. That's not including all the other overpowering things he's capable of. Where was that comment in Gother's battle? And then some person replied again saying Escanor would win hands down. And I bet he couldn't be more right. So Deanne, 16.7, while Escanor with 83.3.
As long as the sun is up.
Yes. Yeah, as long as the sun is out. Yeah, he could probably beat Deanne.
Otherwise,
Yeah, he'd get...
drinks for everyone.
Yeah. And then last but not least, now basically this was just a random match that I put together. We got Fairy King taking on Hawk the Pig. Yes, we have him taking on the King of Scraps Disposal. 12 people liked it, 42 people commented, and there was one comment. Moji Kuv voted, said Hawk stomps. Trying to be funny. Hawk can't really fight. He's just a pig. So, of course, Hawk 33.3 and King 66.7. So we have all of our literally our semi-round picks for each battle. So for the homunculi of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, we have Greed taking on Envy and Pride taking on Father. Then on the Seven Deadly Sins side, we have Bond taking on Meliodas, and then Escanor taking on King. Ooh. Who would win? And I will put these up after. Let's hope I remember, or I'll just put them up tomorrow. But definitely, make sure you guys vote on Anime Nemo, and this will probably be a shock to a lot of people since we've been off the internet waves for 3 weeks. But it'll be a nice surprise for everybody. So that'd be nice.
You're gonna have to get your headset. So you'll have it for tomorrow. Uh huh. What time? We shouldn't be talking about this now, but okay.
We talked about our work lives before. It's not an unknown thing.
Anyway, we're back. I mean, granted, we're not in the a fabulous studio, but still, could be worse places.
And we're working on it.
Yepper.
But either way, everybody's got different stuff going on, and we are making do what we have right now.
Yeah, we are.
So we will make sure you'll probably see us on your screens tomorrow, or one of us.
Well, yeah.
One of us on your screens tomorrow. So we will see you guys on Thursday or tomorrow, either one. Which day will rise, we don't know. Especially with all this craziness that's going on outside the world.
And in case y'all didn't hear that, a lot of crazy stuff is going on, so we're going to try to come to you more often, uh, more than once a week. We're going to try to come to you every day except for Sunday. We're going to leave everybody alone on that day. Otherwise, we're going to try to come to you and, you know, every day. Yes, and not bombard you for 2 hours. Even though on Thursday we're going to try to go live, even though right now we're not being successful with that. We're going to figure out why we can't do that. Um, but otherwise, I think we should just end it here. We will. We're going to record some more videos, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Yep. Bye.
See you later.